And I'm Bill Dudley. This is the Live Music Showcase from WMNF Community Radio. It's a show we do every Friday morning here on WMNF, and we're broadcasting to you live today from the Mike Eisenstadt Performance Studio. In the studio with me, three gals have just flown in from New York City, and they're going to be playing on Monday night in Tampa. We'll tell you some more about that later, but let's have them start off with the tune. It's Red Molly. Guys, take it away.
It was a Tuesday night in summertime when I chose to leave my home. I checked the schedule for the train, I packed my bags and I was gone. I never thought I'd miss them, no, I didn't think I'd care. I was wrong, yeah, I was wrong. I left behind an honest man, and I know I caused him pain, but that was not enough to make me board a homebound train. The love of my family is the thing that brought me home. Yeah, love and too much time alone. I say, Papa, put supper on the table. I said, Mama, turn the porch light on. I'm calling from the payphone at the Beaumont rest stop. I've been gone so long, so yeah, I'm coming home. Chop the firewood and it'd get it crackling bright. My mom and I would dance around in the orange-yellow light. Well, I've heard it said, won't nothing bring you down like your hometown, but won't nothing bring you up like getting down. I said, Papa, put supper on the table. I said, Mama, turn the porch light on. I'm calling from the payphone at the Beaumont rest stop. I've been gone so long, so yeah, I'm coming home. Cornfield, and I can see the porch light on. And even though I'm far away, I swear I hear a song. It's my daddy's lonesome tenor, yeah, he's singing loud and clear. She's home, my little girl is home. I say, Papa, put a supper on the table. Turn the porch light on. I'm calling from the payphone at the Beaumont rest stop. I've been gone so long, so yeah, I'm coming home. I've been gone so long, I'm coming home.
Oh, what a great tune to start off with, y'all.
Thank you.
A Red Molly. Three gals from New York. They're our guests on today's Live Music Showcase. Let me introduce y'all, first of all. Is that okay?
Sure.
We've got Abbie Gardner on your left, on the dobro and the vocals.
Good morning, everybody.
And singing lead on that, Laurie MacAllister on guitar, vocals, and a few other instruments.
Hello.
In the course of the program. And on your right, Carolann Solebello. Is that right?
Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. Good morning, Tampa.
You want to give us the 1-minute version of how you all came to be a band?
It was an accident.
Okay.
Well, that's the 10-second version. But the real version is we were camping together at the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival up in New York State. And
you knew each other already?
Yeah, we knew each other. But we had never played together before. We were solo singer-songwriter types.
Oh, really? Each one of you was a solo?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we had
wow.
been with bands before, various bands, but never together. And we'd never tried playing together until that one night around the campfire.
And it just happened to work out.
Yeah, we pulled out some old songs, started falling into this 3-part harmony, and I brought this strange hubcap guitar out of my car and attempted
the old
to play
hubcap
it.
guitar.
I said, what is that, Abbie?
Strangling the cat a little bit, and it all kind of fell together.
Wow. Well, that's great. Red Molly, they're our guests on the show. As soon as you're tuned up, let's do another tune.
Aren't you glad we called ourselves Red Molly instead of Strangling the Cat?
Yeah. Was that one of the other names that was under consideration?
Seriously, yeah, we came down to those two names. It was Red Molly or Strangling the Cat, and we wrestled with it for a long time.
Really?
Wrestled. I got it.
I think you're pulling my leg.
Or pulling the cat's tail. I don't know, one or the other.
The poor cat.
Poor cat.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, no animals were harmed in the making of this current group, Red Molly. What was the first one called?
That was called Beaumont Rest Stop. That was by Laurie MacAllister.
And what's this one going to be?
This one is Honey on My Grave. This is one that I wrote. This is Abbie.
This is Abbie speaking you.
Yes. All right, you ready? Here we go.
You got a lot of soul-stirring tunes here, you guys. It's really nice. Now, Abbie, you're playing a dobro, which
Yes,
is
I am.
a lot of times thought of as a bluegrass instrument.
It sure is.
Were you kind of influenced by bluegrass?
Yeah, I grew up going to bluegrass festivals as a kid in New York, actually.
Uh-huh.
in the Berkshire Mountains. The same area that the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival takes place.
All right.
Yeah. So
Did you ever play other instruments like guitar and stuff like that?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Guitar, I played for a long time. And I grew up playing classical flute, too. So, you can see why I would end up with a dobro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It all just makes perfect sense to me. What's this next one going to be here?
This next one is one I wrote. This is Carolann. Hello,
Carolann.
Tampa. This one was written as a tribute to all the wonderful bluegrass musicians that I met when I got to travel around the country. Not as a musician, but as an actor.
We'll ask you about that.
You can ask me about that. But yeah, this is called Summertime. In the middle of a field, in the middle of Kansas, in the middle of the summer, on the 4th of July, the wheat was waving, the day was waning, the stars were falling, and the world was right. It was summertime, and the living was easier back then. Morning rose up singing hallelujah, and every evening whispered its amen. From the porch out back came the sound of voices, the hum of a fiddle, boots on the pine, and the guitar man picking sweetly. Songs smelled like butter on a hot summer night. It was summertime, and the living was easier back then. Morning rose up singing hallelujah, and every evening whispered its amen. Sometimes a starless night can leave you misdirected. Sometimes the road you choose is not what you expected. Now my hair's turned gray, so far from Kansas. I found me a husband, found my child. Can't see the stars in New York City, but if I close my eyes, I can drift a while back to summertime, when the living was easier back then. Morning rose up singing hallelujah, and every evening whispered its amen. Oh, morning rose up singing hallelujah, and every evening whispered its amen.
Well, y'all, there's only one thing wrong with that song. It's not long enough.
Oh, that's a nice compliment.
No, can you come up with maybe another verse for that?
Sure.
No, I'm serious. I mean, it was a good song. It just didn't go on quite long enough for you. Totally satisfying.
Well, we like that. It's better than if you said, "Oh, that was a great song," except it was way too long.
That one just went
Make it
on forever.
stop.
It's kind of longish.
Longish.
That was Carolann Solebello singing lead on that tune. Now, tell us a little bit about how you got into this.
Oh my, it was a long and winding road, Bill. I'll tell you. I decided at some point in my life that what I wanted to be was a Broadway star. I suppose it's very common for young performance-inclined women who grow up in New York City.
You grew up in the city.
I did. And when I was, in college in the Bronx, I was convinced that I was going to be a Broadway star. So, I mean, I did make a career in acting for a little while. I managed to get around the country. I spent a significant portion of time, as a matter of fact, here on the Gulf Coast in Florida, working in some dinner theaters and that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. We got them.
You got them. You got some good ones, too. And I had a lot of fun traveling around the country for like 6 years as a musical theater actor. And after a while, I got kind of tired of singing other people's music, and I went to my other love, which was folk music, and I started writing my own music and getting in with the music scene in New York City. And
I see.
And I haven't looked back. Last time I acted was like almost 10 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. Huh. So did you put out albums and stuff as a solo and things? Would we have one of your CDs here at the radio station?
You probably put it in the bin a long time ago, but yeah,
the bin.
Yes, I did. I put out a solo record that I'm happy to say people at Red Molly shows do like to buy. And that was back in 2000. I put out a solo record.
Okay, not that long ago.
Not that long ago, and I'm about to put another one out. Just in my spare time from Red Molly, I just made another one. So
okay, great. And that is Carolann, spelled Carolann. Solebello, right?
Yes.
So you want to look for that. Now, you have a big Red Molly website where folks can check out all of your Red Molly stuff. Mm-hmm. And that would be?
That is,
All right.
so sorry, it's only like 9:30, so we're not like so.
Are you saying that 9 o'clock only comes once for you guys in the day?
Yeah, usually just once. It's the other 9 o'clock that we're much more familiar with. Yes, it's redmolly.com, redmolly.com.
Okay, good. Well, we got that out of the way.
Yes.
Let's have another tune. What's this one going to be?
This is actually a Daryl Scott song. I guess we started off the hour with 3 original songs, one by each of us, and we love doing our own music, but we also love covering people's tunes and maybe getting a wider audience or exposing our audience to songs they might not have heard before.
How is it hard to find just the right cover tune because of the configuration of the 3 voices and things like that, or is it pretty? You guys can do anything you want.
Well, I mean, we're pretty careful about what songs we pick. So finding the song, it's not really hard to arrange it. If it's a good song, it kind of arranges itself.
Okay.
For us, we're pretty picky about how we do the songs, but yeah, when we find a good one, like this one, it's natural.
Well, that's one of the things I really enjoy about you all is the 3-part harmony. I'm a sucker for that 3-part harmony.
Me too.
Good.
So this is called You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive. In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's the place where I trace my bloodline. And it's there I read on a hillside gravestone, you'll never leave Harlan alive. Well, my granddad's dad walked down Carolan's mountain, and he asked till he happened to be his bride. Yeah, he said, walk with me out of the mouth of this holler. Oh, we'll never leave Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking of how to get away. Oh, no one ever knew there was coal in them mountains until the man from the northeast arrived. Yeah, he was waving $100 bills, saying I'll pay you for your minerals, but he never left Harlan alive. My granny, she sold out cheap, and she moved out west of Pineville to a farm where big rich land river wine. And I bet they danced and a jig, and they laughed and sang a new song. Who said we'd never leave Harlan alive? Well, the times, they got hard, 'cause tobacco wasn't selling. Oh, Granddad knew what he'd do to survive. up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down. About 3 in the day and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking of how to get away. Yeah, the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down. The sun goes down about 3 in the day and you fill your cup with whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life digging coal from the bottom of your grave.
Mm-hmm. Red Molly, our guest on today's live music showcase, and that was Abbie on the dobro and vocals, Carolann on the guitar and vocals on this tune, and on the banjo and vocals, Laurie MacAllister singing the lead on that one. When you get done switching around, tell us a little bit about how your story here, Laurie. Your story, Laurie. What's up?
My story, my musical story, is that, let's see, it's supposed to be 60 seconds, right?
Okay, we'll go right now.
All right. Well, I'll skip ahead and say that I actually had a corporate job, but I secretly wanted to be a singer. Uh-oh. So in 1997 or so, I started going to open mics, and in 98 I quit that corporate job. I was a management consultant, and I was a solo singer-songwriter for I guess about 6 years, but was getting kind of discouraged with that scene. It's a lot more fun for me anyway to play with a band. So I was, as a solo performer, I was kind of getting tired of that life. And then that particular summer at Falcon Ridge in 2004, we started playing together, and we formed the band, and I got excited about music again.
Yeah.
So
what did you listen to when you were growing up? Did you listen to a lot of folk music and things like that?
Yeah, a lot of folk music. I loved folk music. My parents had Peter, Paul and Mary and Simon and Garfunkel records that I wore out. And then in junior high school, I listened to a lot of top 40, which was a good musical education in a way, because back then in the 80s there were a lot of great melodies, and so yeah.
Did you grow up in New York?
No, I grew up in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we, like I said, we formed the band, and I got all excited about performing again, and even got over my stage fright. So.
Oh well, you don't have any stage fright now, I don't think.
Not so much.
So now they're going to switch all the instruments around. Everybody's playing a different instrument. They just do this to be mean to Mark Perfetti, who's mixing it all today. And it sounds really good in my headphones, and I hope it sounds good out there too. Red Molly, our guest on today's show. And what is this tune going to be, and who wrote it, and all that kind of stuff?
This is one that I wrote. This is Abbie speaking.
Abbie
Radio
speaking
Land.
with her voice.
Good morning. Yes, with my voice.
Mm-hmm.
This one is called Troubled Mind. This is a new one for us. And
plunk a little bit on the banjo so he can get a level on that.
Yeah, I want to make sure it's not too loud. You know, banjo is kind of like paprika. You don't want too much of it.
Yeah, I got it. That sounds
like a banjo.
It sure does.
Wow.
Nothing like banjo in the morning.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Hit it, sister. Blackest crow, he finds me, sings a song so low, takes away my sorrow and tells me where to go. A troubled mind, I got a troubled mind. Whiskey courage sends me climbing mountains high, seeking men with darkness and murder in their eyes. A troubled mind. deed is done. Fitful dreams will haunt me, for the devil's already won. Troubled mind, I got a troubled mind. Troubled mind, I got a troubled mind. Troubled mind, I got a troubled mind.
Oh, who said folk music can't make you feel like a rock star?
I know.
Whoever said that?
Red Molly, our guest on today's live music showcase from WMNF. Great tune. That one was too short, too, Abbie.
We like to leave them wanting more.
There's nothing wrong with that, I guess, but still, it could have been a little longer. Maybe another verse. Okay, you guys have your assignments for next time you're in Tampa. I want extra verses
like
on
assignments.
on those songs.
Everybody has to come in with a 5-minute song.
Yeah, at least 4.
You do like folk music.
At least 4.
4-minute, 5-minute songs.
I are a folk person myself.
I
so.
all right.
I guess that's where we sort of
Very nice.
almost err on this. I mean, we're not a bluegrass band, but we kind of are influenced by that. And like the bluegrass songs are so short, unless they have 6 players and they
Right.
just fill it up with solos. And
Well,
had
I
more
think
people,
I think
we
that's
play longer
changing. I think that's changing. I think bluegrassers are, the old bluegrass people are pretty much died off by now, and a lot of the new grass folks that are coming along, and they're fusing a lot more stuff. You've seen this happen.
Yeah, Chris Thiele is up in New York, and he has a steady gig up in a venue we like, the Living Room up in New York,
Yeah.
and he's doing all sorts of crazy bluegrass tinged
and there's
music.
and pioneers like Tony Trischka and
Yeah.
those characters that have all fused bluegrass. One of my favorite things is this guy. I think he's from St. Louis, and he was at the Augusta Center where I work in the summer times. I'll think of his name in a minute. He's a banjo player, an older fella, and he has an album called What the, which features clarinet vibes and guest vocals, and it is just a killer album.
Oh, wow.
I'll think of his name.
That
in a
is
minute.
well named. I mean, clarinet and banjo.
Oh, it's great, and it's all bluegrass, but it's all different instruments. Anyway, what's the next song going to be here?
Well, we're gonna do another cover. One of my musical heroes is James Taylor, and this is one of his lesser known tunes that I discovered a while ago. This is called Mill Worker.
My grandfather was a sailor. He flew in off the water. My father was a farmer, and I, his only daughter, took up with a no good mill working man from Massachusetts who dies from too much whiskey and leaves me these 3 faces to feed. Now the work, it ain't easy. No, mill work ain't hard. Mill work, it ain't nothing but an awful boring job. I'm waiting on a daydream to take me through the morning and put me in my coffee break where I can have a sandwich and remember that it's me and my machine for the rest of the morning, for the rest of the afternoon, and the rest of my life. Now my mind begins to wander to the days back on the farm. I can see my father smiling at me. I'm swinging on his arm. I hear my granddad's stories of the storms out on Lake Erie, where vessels and cargoes and fortunes and
sailors' lives were lost. Oh, but it's my life has been wasted, and I have been a fool to let this manufacturer use my body for a tool. I ride home in the evening, staring at my hands and swearing by my sorrow that a young girl ought to stand a better chance. So may I work your mill just as long as I am able, and never meet the man whose name is on the label. Yeah, it's just me and my machine for the rest of the morning, for the rest of the afternoon, and the rest of my life.
That's a great song, y'all. We used to play that on the air here. I can't remember who did it, but maybe we played the James Taylor version. But
Yeah, we had a nice extended ending there just for you, Bill. Because I
Yeah.
know you like the songs to be longer.
oh, isn't that nice? You did it just for me. Well, you're tuned into the Live Music Showcase. I'm Bill Dudley, your host here on the show. Mark Perfetti is at the controls this morning. Steve Arduengo and Alvaro Montalegre set everything up, plugged all the wires, and set up the microphones and things like that. And we have a great crew on the show. We do this show every Friday morning, starting at 9:05. And we've got about 16, 17 more minutes. We can squeeze at least 4 more songs in.
All right. Of our songs, anyway, right?
Of ours, yeah, exactly.
These AM radio songs. Remember AM radio?
Very
Remember
well.
when they actually played music on AM radio before they were right-wing talk?
Yes, as
Yeah.
the elder stateswoman of the band, I do remember.
Are you the
yeah.
elder stateswoman?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's so old.
I'm so
You wouldn't
old.
even know it on the radio.
She doesn't like me to say this, but she's 40. She's 40 years old, and she
years
can
old.
kick and she can stretch.
Kudos. We got to tip our hat to Molly Shannon and that character. I'm 50. The character she used to do on Saturday Night Live. Anyway.
Well, where did Red Molly, the name, come from?
Well, we went through about 400 names before that.
And you decided against the stretching the cat one? Or what was that?
Strangling the cat.
We decided against strangling the cat. We decided against wet T-shirt contest. which
Ooh,
was
although we
suggested to us.
thought to ourselves, we would get a lot of people at our shows if we called ourselves Wet T-shirts.
Interesting
but then,
people.
Then
Yeah.
they'd be mad if they didn't see any
That's
wet T-shirts.
true. We were going to call it free beer, but that was also
taken. That was taken, yeah.
right. And then for a while, in the folk circles, we wanted more people at our show, so we started calling ourselves John Gorka, and then we got in trouble.
I think y'all are pulling my leg again.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. But I mean, truthfully, when we formed the band, I was in graduate school, and I do remember sitting in the back of several boring classes and just writing up lists and lists of names and emailing them to the girls right from my classroom. How about this and this and this, and how about Blue Plate Special, and how about Maggie's Farm, and how about this? And they were like, no.
How about Lavinia's fingers?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, I got off on a Shakespeare riff one day.
Oh,
I was
really?
getting my graduate degree in English.
Who
and
is
I was-
Sylvia?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, things like that. And, it was terrible.
Not a bad name.
Red Molly was just better than
Yeah.
any of those.
Abbie made it up is the real story. She just made it up.
Okay, I thought I'd never find out.
That's the real story.
The voices in my
It
head.
came in an
They
email
told me.
late one night, and I received it, and I was like, wow, a band name that I don't hate. I think we're going to go with that.
Yeah, well, it's good if you don't hate the name of your own band.
Yes.
I always think that's a real good thing. What's the next tune going to be here?
Well, dipping into all the different pies of folk music. We
Pies.
pie
dipping.
pie
Pie dipping.
delicious. Yeah, we haven't had breakfast yet either. Can you tell? We thought that a good old fashioned sea shanty might be worth trying. We swiped this one from a Tim O'Brien record. This is called Foreign Lander. It appears in many incarnations in folk music. I've been a foreign lander for 7 years or more, among the brave commanders, where wild beasts howl and roar. I've conquered all my enemies on land and on the sea. But you, my dearest jewel, 'tis you have conquered me. I cannot build a ship of love without the wood of trees. The ship would burst asunder should I prove false to thee. If ever I prove false, love, the elements would moan. The fire would turn to ice, love. The seas would rage and burn. Have you heard the morning dove? She's flying from pine to pine. She's mourning for her own love, the way I mourn for mine. I lie awake out in the night. I see the shining stars. I wonder if you see them too, wherever you are. I've been a foreign lander for 7 years or more.
Nice job, y'all.
Thanks.
That's hard. That's hard, isn't it?
It's fun.
It's really fun.
It's fun when it happens. It's fun when it clicks into place, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. It's like Laurie was saying, it's much more fun to play with a band than to play by yourself. And it's also, for me, so much more fun to sing with two other people who you totally trust than it is to sing alone.
Yeah, and it is a question of trust, too. You have to know they're going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a solo performer, I had a really hard time singing harmonies.
I know. It is.
It's hard. Oh, God, I was hoping somebody would get that.
When you think about it, that is true.
I mean, yeah. Oh, okay. I kind of had to look over at Abbie and go, oh, my God. I just told a joke.
No,
Okay,
I
good.
really got it.
Good,
God,
good.
You heard my cackling.
Yeah, cackle.
Right. Wow, I sounded like a
Abbie,
duck.
she says, I like a joke when I know about it.
Jokes are much better when you understand them and are
When you're aware of that they're happening. Red Molly, our guest on today's live music showcase, we put out these best of albums of a cut from each one of a bunch of different bands for our fundraiser, which in this case will be at the end of March. Don't worry, it's not right around the corner, folks. But if it's okay with you guys, I think it would be definitely nice to include one of your songs on the album.
We
if
could be
that's all right.
convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trouble is, I don't know which one I would pick so far. So
Well, that's a good problem to have.
yeah, that's one of the better kinds of problems that you have. That's the only kind of problem you got. You're in good shape. Huh? What's this next tune?
This is a Nancy Griffith song. This is called Gulf Coast Highway.
Who
This
sings?
is for you, Tampa.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I guess so.
Say that again. Who sings?
But y'all, who's going to start off on this one?
Oh, I'm going to sing lead. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Just
kinda-
checking.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a cool song for, like, if your listeners, they can't see us, so they know which voice comes which. Laurie starts the song, and then Abbie joins her.
Well, actually, I start with you, but I'm the high.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes,
airy
the high
voice.
harmony will be Abbie.
Never
Kind
mind.
of duet style, like we split it, and then Laurie and Carolann will sing together. Carolann has the deep resonant voice.
Deep resonant voice.
Like
Deep
Bill.
resonant. Yeah.
Don't confuse
radio
me with
voice.
That's
Bill.
right, y'all.
Gulf Coast Highway, he worked the rails, he worked the rice fields with their cold dark wells, he worked the oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we've ever owned is this old house here by the road. When he dies, he says he'll catch some blackbird's wing, and he will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. She walked through springtime when I was home. The days were sweet, our nights were warm. But seasons change, the jobs would come, the flowers fade, and this old house felt so alone when the work took me away. And when she dies, she says she'll catch some blackbird's wing, and she will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. Highway 90, the jobs are gone. We tend our garden, we set the sun. This is the only place on earth blue bonnets grow, and once a year they come and go. This old house here by the road. And when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing, and we will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. Oh yes, and when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing, fly away together come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
What a pretty song.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Red Molly, our guests on today's show, include, in fact, totally include Carolann Solebello on vocals, guitars, basses. That's Laurie MacAllister in the center, starting off that one. She plays guitar, banjo, and bass. We have Abbie Gardner on the dobro, and also she plays banjo sometimes. And they've come from New York City to play on our show this morning, and we really appreciate you coming in to do the show. I know it's early.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks
all
so much
right.
for having us.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to get up early to do something, at least it's to sing and play music.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know, sunlight shining in through the windows here on our live music showcase. Mike Eisenstadt live performance studio here. And I'm having a hard time talking because they're doing choreography here, moving the instruments all
This is
around.
our interpretive dance section of the show.
And doing a great job of not tripping over the 400 wires that surround them with microphones and stands and things like that. It's okay. Can I relax now? Y'all are
We're good.
back in place.
We're back in place.
Good. We have time for we have like 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe we'll do one
Sure.
more song and then we'll go out with something instrumental. Who knows?
That would be great.
I guess, you know what? Before we go, we should also mention our record that came out this year.
Well, we should mention that.
bit. Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead
I was
and
thinking
mention
about
it?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's this record. It's called Love and Other Tragedies. Came out in May. A lot of the songs we did at the top of the hour were from that record, and now we're venturing into sort of new waters.
Exactly.
Yeah, this one especially is very new.
Yes. This I actually wrote this on my last plane trip.
Let's
Determined
hope.
to write something
Let's
on
hope
the
it
plane.
won't be.
You know, distract myself from all the skies up there. This one's called Jezebel. I see that girl with the swinging hips, midnight hair and the ruby lips. With just one look in her emerald eyes, and you might as well just say goodbye. Don't throw your life down a wishing well. Don't give your heart to Jezebel. The only man who ever called me darling, he was taken by that little harlot. His tender heart was led to sin, and I'll never love that way again. Don't throw your life down a wishing well. Don't give your heart to Jezebel. Oh, she once was a friend of mine, but then I found her left so fine, so fine. The band played that waltz from Tennessee, dancing right away from me. Now late at night, I tend this bar, serving hard remedies for broken hearts. The love I lost now waits in vain for that Jezebel to call his name. He got to thinking just like you, that he could be your only fool. But don't you go and be so dumb to think that you're the only one. Don't throw your life down a wishing well. Don't give your heart to Jezebel. Don't give your heart to Jezebel.
Here we are in Florida, wearing our New York clothes. I get some shades. Yes, dude, wearing your shades. I know, I don't have anything tropical.
When I am long gone and cold beneath the clay, won't you think of this old song and put honey on my grave? If I'm covered in sweetness, I surely will be saved. I will live in the golden sun if I got honey on my grave. Don't need no flowers, I don't need no stone. You can burn me up, you can bury me whole. I've worked this bit of ground all of my days. I believe I've earned some honey on my grave. don't you mourn me. From heaven I will wait. I don't need no wailing wall if I got honey on my tree. Don't need no flowers, I don't need no stone. You can burn me up, you can bury me whole. I worked this bit of ground all of my days. I believe I've earned some honey on my bread, yeah.
You got a lot of soul-stirring tunes here, you guys. It's really nice. Red Molly, they're our guests on today's live music showcase. I'm Bill Dudley.
That's better, Florida. Thank you.